Arjun was a special boy. He lived in a small village nestled amidst green hills. His parents, though poor, possessed hearts overflowing with love and wisdom. They taught Arjun a unique lesson: never ask for anything, even from God. Give selflessly, his mother would say, and the universe will reward you. Arjun took their words to heart. He believed in the power of giving without expecting anything in return. He found joy in the smallest acts of kindness. The world to him was a canvas to paint with compassion and generosity. His heart brimmed with happiness, knowing he was making a difference. Little did he know, his selfless actions were not going unnoticed. Arjun's days were filled with small acts of immense love. He would help his elderly neighbors carry water from the well. He would share his meager lunch with the hungry stray dogs. He would even help his classmates with their studies, never expecting anything in return. The villagers adored Arjun. They called him the Blessed Boy because wherever he went, joy followed. His parents beamed with pride, their hearts overflowing with love for their selfless son. Arjun's life was a testament to his parents' teachings. He proved that happiness bloomed not from receiving, but from giving without any expectation. Every night, before sleep, Arjun would close his eyes and see an image of God. It was a radiant form, filled with love and light. The image gave him strength and reassured him that he was on the right path. But lately, something strange started happening. The divine image was fading. It became blurry, distant, like a whisper lost in the wind. Arjun tried harder to see it, to hold on to it, but the image continued to fade. Fear crept into his heart. Was he doing something wrong? Was he no longer worthy of seeing the divine image? The thought troubled him deeply. Days turned into nights, and the image of God remained distant. Arjun continued his acts of kindness, but a seed of doubt had been sown in his heart. He felt lost, unsure. His heart, once filled with unwavering faith, now trembled with worry. He confided in his parents. They listened patiently, their faces etched with concern. They reassured him that God loved him unconditionally. They reminded him that true selflessness came from the heart, not from the fear of losing something precious. Their words soothed him, but the doubt lingered. Arjun yearned to see the divine image again, to feel the reassurance that he was on the right path. Section 5. The Ailing Cobbler. One sunny afternoon, Arjun noticed a commotion near the village square. A crowd had gathered, murmuring and whispering. In the center lay the old cobbler, pale and in pain. The villagers whispered, "He's terminally ill." Arjun's heart sank. The cobbler was kind, always helping others. He had mended countless shoes and hearts in the village. Suddenly, an idea struck Arjun. He remembered his parents' words, "Give selflessly and you will receive more than you can imagine." Arjun asked the villagers for help. "We must come together to help him," he said. "He has given so much to us. Now it's our turn." The villagers brought food, medicine, and comfort to the cobbler, showing him the same kindness he had shown them. The cobbler, though weak, managed a grateful smile. Arjun felt a renewed sense of hope and community. The village square, once filled with whispers of despair, was now filled with unity and hope. Section 6. A Prayer for Another. For the first time, Arjun went against his parents' teaching. They believed one should not meddle in others' affairs. But today, Arjun felt something different. He knelt beside the cobbler, whose hands now trembled with age and pain. Arjun's heart broke seeing his suffering. He prayed, not for himself, but for the old man's suffering to end. It felt both strange and profoundly right. Each word was filled with a deep desire to see the old man relieved. Arjun felt a bond forming between his heart and the cobbler's pain. Tears streamed down his face as he begged for a miracle. He didn't care if anyone saw him. All that mattered was the old man's relief. As he prayed, a strange sense of peace descended upon him. The act of praying for another opened a new door within his soul. He opened his eyes, a glimmer of hope flickering within him. The experience had changed him, teaching him the power of empathy. Section 7. God's Revelation. Suddenly, a bright light engulfed the village square. The villagers gasped, shielding their eyes from the blinding radiance. Arjun looked up, his heart pounding in his chest. There before him stood the divine image, more vivid and real than he had ever seen it before. The image smiled down at him, its eyes filled with love and approval. "Arjun?" a voice boomed, echoing through the square. "You have learned the true meaning of selflessness." Arjun was speechless. He had never felt so humbled, so loved. The divine presence filled him with a sense of peace that surpassed all understanding. Section 8. The true meaning of selflessness. "My child," the voice continued, "true selflessness lies not only in giving without expectation, but also in knowing when to ask for help for others. Your compassion for the cobbler has touched me deeply." As the divine voice spoke, the cobbler stirred. He opened his eyes, his face free from pain for the first time in days. A collective gasp arose from the villagers as they witnessed the miracle unfold before their very eyes. Arjun realized the profoundness of God's words. True selflessness was not about blindly following rules, but about acting from a place of pure love and compassion, even if it meant seeking divine intervention. Section 9. A life filled with light. From that day forward, Arjun's life was forever changed. The divine light within him gave him a purpose far greater than himself. He continued his acts of kindness with renewed vigor, making the world a better place. He learned the importance of prayer, seeking divine guidance for himself and others. Compassion meant extending a hand to those in need, being a source of strength and comfort. The divine image remained a constant source of inspiration and strength, a reminder of selflessness and the power of compassion, inspiring others to follow. Arjun's life became a beacon of hope, leading others towards a brighter future. His legacy of selflessness and unwavering faith in good touched everyone he met. Arjun's story reminds us all to be a light in the world, making a difference and living a life filled with light.